Hello everybody. This is probably going to be my final sprouting video. I've honed my system to the point where it's pretty much ready and it gives me good production, and I've got sprouts every day and everything's good. So I'm going to do a final overview of exactly how the process is done and what I get out of it. So we start with alfalfa seeds. These are seeds that I bought back in 2007, and they're still sprouting really well. Small seeds are supposed to not last as long, but these are still sprouting really well. And then we've got mung beans, and these are little green beans that are like maybe half the size of a pea, and they sprout really well. The only thing is they have the little husk that the commercial sprouters somehow wash away or something, but the husk is still there in the sprouts that you grow, but they don't hurt anything. They just give you a little more fiber. So here we go. What I did was I bought, for the mung beans, I bought these little plastic lids that go on these mason jars, and I drilled about 90 holes through the top, and that turns a mason jar into a sprouting jar. And it works the best, so far the best that I've seen, because these little sprouting jar lids that you buy commercially with the stainless steel mesh, the roots can get stuck in these little holes, and if you and then you have to pick them out one at a time, and it's a pain. So I drilled holes about 1/8 of an inch in diameter, and I drilled about 90 or so. And so the process is you take a teaspoon of alfalfa sprouts and you throw them into a cup, and then soak them overnight. And then you take one of your sprouting trays. Okay. Like so. And you just dump it in. When you get a lot of them that float, that means they're empty. The ones that are empty are not good. They probably never were. So be sure to just dump those out first, and then pour in your sprouts. Sometimes it takes a couple cups of water to do it. Okay, now if you'll notice, the sprouts are not evenly distributed on the tray. So what you do there is you take a little container like so, fill it full of water. I use reverse osmosis purified water. It's like vastly more pure than tap water. So there you are. Okay, then you take the tray and you sort of drop it in the water and swirl it around, and then voila, they're evenly distributed. Then I have this cool sprouting tray system where you just load them in one tray at a time, and then basically like so. And then I use this little top watering thing, and it evenly distributes the water as it goes down. Then it goes down between the trays and drops in there. Then you empty it. So basically, then after about, each one of these takes about 5 or 6 days to grow to the point where they start lifting the lower tray, the next higher tray up off of, because the weight of the plants are supporting the top tray. That's when it's ready. So then you pull the bottom tray off, and this one isn't quite ready. It'll probably be ready tomorrow. But anyway, then you take it and you put it in a window, cover it with something, um, and put it in a window, and it greens up with the photosynthesis after about maybe 5 or 6 hours. Then they're ready for the refrigerator. So that's the system for the alfalfa type seeds, and they'll go. That seed, that method applies to alfalfa, clover, and broccoli, or all the other small seeds. Now, let's cover mung beans. These are 4 tablespoons of mung beans from my little mung bean jar here, and as you can see, they're a lot smaller when they're dry. These are soaked, and of course soaked overnight, so they take up more volume. And then after about 4 or 5 days, that you get that much volume out of them, and these are ready for the refrigerator. So grab my one of these little containers here, little plastic containers, dump out the water, and then leave it at an angle so no water pools up and causes the seeds to rot. Of course then I re-wet all of these seeds twice a day, and then in about 4 days or 5 days these seeds here will be just like these. So hold on for a moment. Here we go. And these are ready for the refrigerator. Just sort of dump them out. I like to have these on toast in the morning. And the beans, along with the whole wheat, I probably wouldn't even need eggs. There's basically beans and wheat are equal a full protein. Now alfalfa, of course, I think I pretty much covered those. Then I always just throw the jar in the dishwasher to sterilize it, and then these are ready for the fridge. Now that tray will be ready tomorrow, and basically every 2 or 3 days I get another tray of alfalfa sprouts, and that's generally enough for me. Now if I had a family, I'd probably have to grow 2 stacks of trays like this. So that's about all I got. I highly recommend sprouting. I feel better. I actually can feel a difference in my overall health because of eating these sprouts. I eat them like twice a day, big huge wad of them with breakfast, and another one in a salad at lunch, and I highly recommend it. They're also shelf stable, and they're perfect for the survival types. You can pretty much store them for a couple years on a shelf, and either sprout all the time like I do, which is probably the better of the 2 options, or keep it until the grocery stores suddenly don't have any more produce. And if that's the case, like anything could happen. Either you couldn't afford the produce due to a job loss, or the produce wouldn't be available because of peak oil, lack of trucking, or disaster on the highways, any number of things. So either way, you have got your nutrition, a really valuable part of your nutrition right on your shelf, ready to be used at all times. It's a lot cheaper than buying the sprouts in the store. There is no downside to this. Okay, later.